Today, I'm going to break down why 99% of businesses can't scale. Whether you're demand constraint or supply constraint, your funnel is broken and we need to fix that right now. A lot of businesses are using this leaky funnel model where they go from Google Business Profile, from Instagram profile, from Facebook, go down to a website. It's a phone number or a contact form where they can fill out their information. There might be follow-up. It's broken. And whether you have a worse system or a better system, a lot of people aren't implementing the new techniques using AI, using ads, AI follow-ups, and just a ton of things that they need to implement now to make the most out of your current customers, make the most out of your local community, and get as many customers through the door as possible, subsequently scaling your business to the next level. So we're gonna dive in here. There's no more time to be wasted. I'm gonna show you what you're doing wrong and how to fix it today. All right, so in this video, I'm first gonna show you how you can optimize your top funnel traffic to put in the least to get the most you possibly can out. Let's start by going through a funnel that isn't optimized whatsoever, just uses the main flows I was talking about earlier. Let's get started on that so we can see what you should not be doing. All right, so here are the charts we set up for this video. And obviously you can see which one's which. So let me cover this one. We're going to look at the leaky funnel model, which obviously looks insignificant paired with the other one, but we need to take a look at it so we can correct it, just get a reference model of what most businesses right now are working with. Right now, most businesses, and whether this is worse than you or better than you, you can just, absorb this. Most businesses are just running on Google business profiles, Instagram profiles, and Facebook pages. That's it. And then, of course, we have it redirects to the phone number in the bio or a website contact form, a website with a phone number on it, nothing too crazy. And then, of course, when they call, maybe you don't answer, maybe, they don't close initially. There's manual follow-up. Maybe you follow up if that's like what your sales team does. Hopefully it does, but if they don't, then that lead's gone forever. Then if you manage to close on the follow-up, then you have the sale, and you're hoping that they'll refer somebody. Now I'm hoping you have more than this, because this is the bare bones. There's no lead capture, manual everything. You have to pay people to do all of this for you, and there's no data loop. You don't get feedback forms. You don't see what could be better. You don't know what kind of, all you have to rely on is your 2 eyes and your 2 ears, which might have worked 100 years ago, but we're in a different time now, where if you want to make the most out of your business and actually scale beyond just a one shop or a 2-person business, we're going to have to do way more than this. So let's go take a look at what we're dealing with in the other funnel. Compared to this one, I'm going to call this one the optimized revenue machine. And it's because it's the best, it's the best option. Compared to that other one, this is, as good as it gets. Now, of course, we have the Google Business Profile to show up when people search you, but we're going to optimize that with SEO and make sure your business comes up first when people are looking for your niche of products. And then, of course, Google Ads are going to push that to the front. Google Ads are huge for money in to money out. You get the analytics all on the page to see how much money you put in for how much money you're getting out. But I'd say this is the least effort thing you could do to actually get a lot of money, because SEO nowadays is super, super easy with AI. You can understand what everyone is searching in your niche, and I don't know why more businesses are doing it. So this will be a big explosion sometime this year, sometime next year. So you need to get on it now before all of the businesses start adapting, and you're going to have to think about something else. But for now, this is all we have to do. Google Ads, just putting money in and you're going to get money out. It doesn't get simpler than that. Then we have Facebook and Instagram ads, where it takes a little creativity to actually get that, but even that, it's not that hard. It's money in, you're going to get the analytics, see how much money you're getting out. A lot of people like to overcomplicate these things. If you have a good guy behind it, it isn't that complicated. You have to look at other businesses in your niche that are winning using meta ads. Facebook ads library is a big one. Just see what ads have been running for a few months. I'm going to put all links in the description that you need and that I mentioned, including that one, Facebook ads library, for you to take a look. And also, if you want to talk to me about any of this stuff, have me personally take a look at your business, then that link will also be in the description. Now, of course, we have the organic Instagram and Facebook Reels plus content, which is just going to be brand building, brand trust with the people you already have in your ecosystem as a brand. And then obviously, if you have someone good behind it, or if you learn enough about organic content, you can make something go viral, which is always awesome. But I love to just kind of focus on the target audience you're looking at. So a lot of times things won't go viral, but you'll actually get a lot of conversions just because you target the content towards your actual customer base, which might not be 100,000 likes, but maybe 1,000 will do you well. Then, of course, we have the referral and affiliate partner system, not just, praying and maybe they'll come. You hear John and Joe giving you referrals every week. You're like, oh, that guy's a nice guy. No, this is a proven system that works. No matter what business you're in, you can set up a system where people will be referring your business and you will know where your business is coming from. All right, so to move on, we're going to go to wherever you get your customers in these 5 places compared to the 3 in the last one. These 5 places, then we have your website, a conversion optimized website. Not a website that says we are experts at what we do and our story is blah, 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 blah. Because people care about that once they're in your ecosystem. But if you don't even know if a customer is, qualified to be a customer, they don't care. They just want to know the basics of your business, what you do. And of course, if you have a lead magnet, which I recommend highly recommend a lead magnet, you include that in there. But I said clear VSL/offer, which is what we're offering, and then a video sales letter, that's what a VSL is, explaining what you offer, and if it's attached to a lead magnet, which for example, if you're a contractor and you offer free quotes, that's a lead magnet because you're offering that, so you're hoping to upsell them to, getting their roof done. But the funny thing is, a lot of lead magnets are intrinsically flawed, like that one. A lot of people just shop around looking for the lowest quote and, use yours as an example to go off of, which is why I don't recommend that lead magnet anymore. It may have worked 10 years ago, but literally every contractor is using that one. So that's why you also need someone good behind you to create a unique lead magnet. So once you pair a VSL, video sales letter of you talking about your business, with a good lead magnet, like join our email list and we'll give you a free blah, 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 whatever your business is, you can think of that yourself. And there's a lot of videos on YouTube showing you how powerful lead magnets are and how to, craft one for yourself. But that's just an example I'm bringing up. A lot of websites don't use these methods. They just have 1 or 2 pages with their story or whatever. And, it's okay to have your story on there, but, a few paragraphs down after your lead magnet, your email list, and then, a few other things that are important to the website to actually convert customers, not just flex, because that's what we're doing. But anyways, book event request if a restaurant. All right, so after they see your offer and then they get your lead magnet, of course we have, the service quote flow if contractor. So I use these 2 examples as the different customer paths that they can go on. So say you're a restaurant and you obviously have the one customer path that leads to a menu and then booking a reservation. And then another service path that goes to booking an event. So a lot of websites don't have that. A lot of businesses want events, but only rely on word of mouth or people coming in the restaurant to do that. A lot of people will look at your website and see if you're offering events as a service, and they just, skim over it because you don't have it there. So there's a lot of different customer paths that you have, whether it's just the regular customer, an event manager, or a referral, like an affiliate partner, someone who does social media and they want like a part of your brand, you can have that as a separate path itself. You have to have all of this on your website so people can understand what they can do with your brand, because of course, you don't just want customers. You want referrals, you want affiliates, and of course, you want events, because that just brings you more, people to it. So after the person in your, ecosystem now figures out they want to just buy a product and they press that flow to bring them, they fill out a type form, type form or calendar booking if you're doing one-on-one calls, a type form if you're having to qualify leads like a lot of contractors don't do, but they should do. Qualify the town they're in, just qualify a lot of important details. Or if you're not into really qualification, you're just a restaurant, you don't need to have this. But for a lot of service businesses, this is a super important part that they're just missing the mark on, because they're taking anybody, and that's why so much time is being wasted. Let's qualify our leads, and this is how we do it. Then after that, after they're done with the form and they pass all the qualifications, and if they don't pass, still get them in your ecosystem because they're interested. Get them to sign up for your email form for a special kind of lead magnet for these people who, again, if you're a contractor, the lead magnet is how to fix your home yourself kind of thing. You know what I mean? And of course, this takes a lot of investment, by the way, upfront investment, or you could just do it part by part and see it work slowly and slowly. I recommend just doing it all at once, but really it is powerful. So anyways, once they are in your ecosystem, you can send them emails, upsell them, and eventually they may be qualified. That's the goal, is to make them a qualified lead. And sometimes in some service businesses, they never will be, but let's hope that it's possible to make them one. Then after they do get qualified, you can do an email/SMS confirmation to make sure that that email is working, that SMS is working. That is really their, it's really their email. So you're not getting any bullshit emails on your list, spam stuff. And then, of course, after that, the lead is sent to your CRM so your salespeople can follow up on it. And there's High Level, there's Close, and there's HubSpot. Those are just a few ones that I thought of. And then, of course, throughout all of this, there's back-end systems like the dashboard, which is a part of the CRM, the pipeline view to see where certain people are in your pipeline. And then, of course, you can upsell. So let's go into the Nurture Plus closing sequence, which would be AI chatbot follow-ups through SMS and email. If they were to email your support, email the company email directly, that can all be automated through AI for whatever the purpose of that email is. If it's support and then they actually request to talk to a human, that's totally fine. But this all can be automated just to save you a ton of time. And then, of course, having automated reminders, because a lot of people just forget. And if you don't want to be following up every single day, or having your salespeople follow up every single day, it's just better to have it all run by AI. It's going to replace so many jobs. If you don't have these jobs filled out already, because a lot of businesses just aren't doing this at all because of the cost of this kind of stuff to be done by human labor. It's dirt cheap because AI can do it now. So you have no excuse for not doing it. You've got to start, and this video is a wake-up call to do that. Now, after, all of the abandoned form reminders, they buy the product, all right? You made it. That's it. But it's not it, because we still need to add loyalty and then scale, get free customers. So we're going to have an affiliate/referral incentive flow to give them a deal, give the person they're referring a deal if they buy, or if they refer and then they buy, or something like that. I'm sure you've seen something along the lines of, share this with a friend, you'll get 20% off, or they'll get 20% off. A lot of, Cash App and PayPal, if you have your friends sign up and add a bank, they'll give you free money. Like, a lot of businesses are using it, and they've had it because it works. And if Cash App is giving you $5 for every friend you invite, it's because they're making way more on that. So if you just added that, you could make a lot of money. And then, of course, customer reactivation sequences from after they buy, not just sending an email confirmation saying that they bought and then never talking to them again, but keeping them updated and keeping them a part of the ecosystem. And that's re-engaging them in content, whatever it is. And then, of course, using all of this data and compiling it to make better choices in the future for targeting audiences, ad targeting, for copy, for A/B testing. Does this work better? Does this landing page work better? Stuff like that. And the fact is, a lot of people aren't using these systems, and they're, honestly leaving a ton of money just, in the sewers, because this is super valuable, and I can't stress enough how much money you could make extra every single month if you added this funnel to your business. So I'm gonna try to make videos more often, of course, on this YouTube channel to explain to you guys how you can do this. Maybe zoom in on top of funnel, zoom in on landing, zoom in on capture and qualification, and show you how I do it behind the scenes. But for now, you can hit me up in the description. Hit me up on Instagram, Facebook. I think my phone number's down there. Give me a text or call, and I will help you out. Take a look at your business personally. But if you don't want to do that right now, that's totally fine. There's a ton of stuff on YouTube. You can ask ChatGPT how to do this. I'm telling you, this is the future, and if you don't adapt now, you'll be left behind. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and like I said, stay tuned, because I'm going to try to zoom in on some of these points, actually break down the step-by-step tutorials on how to do it, and then, of course, bring you into my world. So, see you in the next one. Peace.